Hello, everybody. It's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and welcome to the 21st edition of the Q&A. Um, it feels like forever since I've done Q&A, although I already did one last week, if I'm not mistaken. Again, just a quick reminder, I do now have a new job. For those of you that forgot, I work from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. So Q&As, if I ever decide to do a Q&A like this on a weekday, they will not show up until sometime around 8 o'clock my time, which will be 8 p.m. So just want to let you guys know in further advance, because I know some of you guys might have to go to bed or have other things to do, and I understand that, but I like to do Q&As, when they're a little bit more convenient, whether for everybody, all that jazz. But I'll try and do them more on weekends, but or just when I feel like it, pretty much. So they're not, for example, they're not always going to be on Wednesdays. You might get them on a Friday. You might get them on early Sunday. It really depends, honestly, on when I could do it. Originally, I was going to do a different like wrestling type video. Unfortunately, there are a few people I kind of want to be in a video with me, and unfortunately, they are a little busy at the moment. So I'm thinking of doing the that kind of video sometime this week. Um, but as you are aware, just ask me any question you want in the chat. I'll get to your question, and I'll be able to your questions. So let's get started. So far, we have a few questions here. Hey, Preston from Futurama Awesome Sauce. Hey, man. Today was my last day of school. Well, awesome for you, man. I know that feeling when you're in school. It sucks. So happy for you, man. Why do we not see your face anymore? That's kind of one of the things kind of Fafa Fooey was kind of pestering me about. It's like, why don't you show your face in videos? Here's the thing. Here, one sec, guys. You can go get a piece of cake if you want. You got my phone. Oh no, I'm making a video right now. Oh, okay, but you can go get a piece of cake. I'll be back in a sec, guys. sorry about that, guys. I was saying goodbye to some family. My mom was having a little get together with some family and friends. She's going to be having a surgery tomorrow. I'm not going to answer what the surgery's on. Bottom line is she's going to be having surgery tomorrow, and she will be fine. So she was kind of having like a little pre-surgery party before the surgery tomorrow. So I do apologize for that. Anyways, back to Awesome Sauce question on why he's not seeing my face. Again, kind of going back to Fafafui. The difference between you and Fafafui is you're asking in more of a polite way. While Fafafui thought just said, "Oh, your video sucks because we don't see your face in one video." You will see my face, but I'm not going to show my face all the time. Like, for example, when it comes to reviews, whether that be a movie or pay-per-view, even live reactions are definitely going to see my face. However, when it comes to Q&As, I'm thinking of just not showing my face. I just find it a little easier. For example, I don't want like anybody walking in the middle of a video, or don't want you to see me if I'm like sick or may have to wipe my nose or do something. Don't want you to see what's going on with that. I find it easier. Plus, I've always wanted to make videos like this. I just was too stupid to figure out how. All I do is just drop the camera, which is kind of stupid. But so that's going on. So just FYI, just because I'm doing this in certain videos, that doesn't mean I'm never ever gonna show my face again. I will always show my face. This is not a permanent thing. I'm not gonna make every video like this. I mean, you know, when it comes to live reactions and reviews, you know I'm gonna show my face, especially for Money in the Bank, which I will be doing live reactions for. And I'm definitely doing a review, and hopefully I'm gonna try to see if we can get Noah and Brandon to do the review, because Brandon hasn't done a review in a long while, and I would really love for him to be a part of a review. So I do want to straighten that out. Have you seen the Beethoven movies? No, they honestly look kind of dumb. In my opinion, they don't really interest me. And that was Will Ferrell #1, by the way, guys. That was a Scott Keesegale. Charles Gronson also played the asshole Fred Wilson in the 1976 King Kong movie. Oh, okay, yeah, that kind of goes by. Oh, okay, I know. Okay, so Bray Wyatt JoJo. Oh my God, yeah, I think the Lex Man said best. If Bray Wyatt could get JoJo, I think anybody has a chance with something like Sasha or Lana, or Maurice. I think anybody has a chance. I mean, if Bray Wyatt could get someone like JoJo, I think all of us have a chance of getting our dream girl. Thoughts on Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax join Total Divas? I kind of wish they don't. I don't really watch Total Divas anymore. The only time I'll ever watch is if certain highlights are on YouTube. And I'm just kind of curious. I'll watch some highlights. But other than that, I usually just stay away from Total Divas now. I find it a little boring. I'm not really interested. So in terms of Alexa and Nia Jax, I don't really care. I like Alexa and everything, and I think that's just pretty cool, but it's just a little green in the ring. It is what it is. If they're getting more TV, this means getting more TV time. Go on them. But for me personally, I could honestly care less. What do you think about the feud of Brock and Joe? So far, it's really good. Surprising coming from Raw. That is definitely surprising. I'm really looking forward to the match. It's been a dream. It's a dream match I've been looking forward to. So so far the feud is very good. I like it. I hope we get some more physicality and some more intense promos and segments leaning towards their match in a few weeks. So for now, I'm really happy what they're doing. Should Samoa Joe beat Lesnar? Yes. I want Joe to win because, one, I'm not a Brock Lesnar fan anymore. I can't stand him. Two, I'm sick of part-time champions. I really am. And 3, I really don't want to see Lesnar hold that belt all the way to Mania, just so he could drop it and possibly retire by Roman Reigns. I really don't want to see that. And Joe seems like a guy that's a realistic choice of actually being someone like Lesnar in a real fight. And plus, it would be shocking. It would get people talking, saying, "Dude, Joe just beat Lesnar," and everyone's always expecting Lesnar to win. So why not have Joe win, choke out Lesnar? I mean, that would shock a lot of people. Plus, Joe's, in his late 30s. He's almost in 40s. So if you're going to use Joe now. It's the same thing with guys like Balor, AJ Styles. If you're going to put championships on and use them now, because they're not going to be wrestling forever. Like, they're not like in their 20s or even early 30s. We're talking about these guys are almost in their 40s. So use Joe now. Oh, Borg Laser. I didn't read that book. Will Brandon ever join a Q&A? Maybe one day. I'm not going to say never. It's just whenever Brandon wants to and whenever we get a chance to do one. I know guys at Fun Food have always asked me on that too. So it is, I'll say this. I think one day it'll happen. It's just I don't know when, because Brandon also works now. He's busy right now. He's got his own things going on. It just depends on what happens with Brandon and myself. Brandon inspiring us nerds everywhere. You're damn right. No, Laura, I believe Bayley is buried now, then forever because of the main roster creation. So Bayley now needs to turn heel. Yeah, and you know what? If you watched my what has Bayley done in WWE, I kind of talked a little bit about that. I'll say this again. Although I love Bayley still, she's still my favorite currently on the roster. She's a big inspiration of my life and everything. I have to draw a line to say what they've done Bayley on the main roster has been garbage. And so I've even said this there's times there's a few things you could do with Bayley right now. Either you should take her off TV for a while and have her come back and start all over, put her on SmackDown, or let Triple H could take control permanently, or even turn heel would be a very interesting choice. I'm not against that. For her turning heel eventually. I'm all for that. In fact, she has been heel on Independence as Divana Rose, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I do agree with you on some sense. No, Laura. Do you think that we should repackage Dean Ambrose? I think, honestly, Dean Ambrose needs to go on a fake injury, kayfabe injury by the Miz, and he returns like a couple months later, and he's a complete lunatic. He's like wearing a new jacket, different Titantron. He's got a darker look to him. He's actually a lunatic. He's crazy. He's mad. Almost like a tweener, heelish tweener of some sort, where he just attacks people and just goes mentally insane. Dean Ambrose right now is very boring, and I like Dean Ambrose, but I have to say the one reason we don't like him is just because he's a goofy character. He acts more like a cartoon character rather than a lunatic or psychopath. What does WWE need to do with Brock? What does WWE need to do with Brock? I'm not entirely sure what exactly you mean by the question. If you're saying like what WWE should do with Brock before he retires, I still want to see him in a competitive match with Kevin Owens. I want to see him fight Cesaro. I still want to see those two matches. Actually, competitive matches between both of them. With Brock. That's the only guys I could think of at the moment. Oh yeah, and have a match with Shinsuke Nakamura. I would like to see. If that's counting as it. Will you come over to my house to watch Great Balls of Fire? I don't mind that. However, I know Brandon really wants to watch Joe and Brock, and he usually doesn't get off work until like around 6:15. I know he's gonna want me to pick him up, and I know he doesn't want to drive all the way to Stockton. I'll probably gonna have to pass on coming over to your house on that day. However, if you ever want to watch the event, you can always come over to my place. But one day, I definitely don't mind coming over watching a wrestling event with you. What do you think Roman's announcement will be on Monday? I could care less. When do you think Jericho will come back? I'm going to say either later this year or next year. I'm going to make a guess and say towards the end of this year. Maybe even summertime. Who do you think is going to win Money in the Bank? Yeah, if you're saying the male one, yeah, I'm picking Corbin. And I'm definitely even going to do a predictions video later this week. But if you want early prediction, Corbin is my pick to win the male one, and Carmella is my pick to win for the women's Money in the Bank match. Do you think Vince McMahon balls are actually on fire? I don't even know how to respond. Alexa Bliss and JoJo are dream girls. Bray Wyatt Murphy, my hat's off to you. Yep, agreed. What happened to David Otunga? Well, first of all, why we complain about David Otunga? I mean, you really want him back? I mean, I'm fine him not being here. But if you must know, apparently I guess he was filming a movie or something. But he should be returning soon. If you're curious, who do you think should come back to WWE? Robert Dale, Rey Mysterio? I would love Carlito to come back. One of my favorites. RVD would be pretty cool. Ray would be interesting. However, I think Ray's doing good right now on Lucha Underground. Even John Morrissey would be kind of cool, but right now he's kind of on Lucha Underground. He's doing fine. I would also like to see Hurricane Helms come back. But I would say mostly Carlito. Daryl should be Joker, but as a heel with a darker comedy than what he is now. Yeah, I think that would work a lot better. I believe when John Cena vs. Roman happens, the fans will be on John Cena, and the one and only time fans will want John Cena buried so is Roman. That you 100,000% read my mind. I'm not gonna lie. If that ever happens, which we all know will happen eventually, whether we like it or not, I will be one of the few guys actually cheering John Cena. That's that's not me joking. This is coming from one of the biggest Cena haters ever. No, I really am not a fan of Cena, but if it comes down to that match, which we all know is gonna have it, I will be cheering John on. I will be full blown supporting John Cena, and I'll be praying for a burial. I'll be praying for it. Do you think Brock should talk a little bit more? Yes, I agree with that. And that's even something Mitch has even said too on his channel. Is Brock doesn't have to talk all the time, but at least say something. Hell, even the backstage or via satellite promo stuff, he can talk. And honestly, he should start talking a little bit more. I mean, I like him and everything, but especially for Joe, I kind of agree with Mitch. I think when they have another confrontation, like their final confrontation before the pay-per-view, I think Brock should actually say something to Joe. It's kind of promo on Joe. That's what I think should happen. Why the fuck is John Cena? Why the fuck is John, or where the fuck is John Cena? I think you're meant to say where's John Cena. I don't know. I think he was filming a new show or something, or filming a movie. But he's supposed to be returning on 4th of July. So, why the fuck is? Oh, I see your second part. Why is John Cena free agent? To help, I guess, viewership for Raw and SmackDown. So John Cena's not stuck on one brand. That way, they can use him on Raw too. That's my guess, because they think John Cena will help the Reigns on Raw because they know Raw shit. Do you think Brock will ever be good on the mic back then? I mean, with the backstage interview stuff, he's very intense in his promos, but when he's in the ring, he just doesn't do it. The bottom line is Brock never really gives a shit. Let's be honest, Brock just doesn't give a shit. I'm not complaining, just wondering. Yeah, okay. When's Shelton Benjamin coming back? I don't think he's coming back anytime soon, because remember, when they advertised Shelton Benjamin coming back, Shelton never even signed with WWE, even before he got injured. So he would never even sign a contract with WWE. So right now, he's a free agent. He can wrestle anywhere he wants. So as of right now, he's not coming back to WWE, or at least anytime soon. Whenever he comes to WWE, he wants to sign a contract, is on his terms. Who do you like to see? Eric Bischoff on WTV, so what would he do? I would love to see Eric Bischoff back. And if I would, what would I have him do? Probably be like the first time a current goal steps out as general manager, I would have Eric Bischoff be general manager of Raw again. What was the year you hate seeing the most? For me, it was 2012. Yeah, I would say 2012 too. I did, because when I started watching wrestling, I actually started watching wrestling like full time, like because I was a banned from it. It was 2011, and I didn't understand why people hate seeing that. But then when I started watching more and more, and watched 2012 too, then I understood, like, okay, now I understand why people are hating John Cena. I was kind of one of those people. So I would say, yeah, 2012 too. I would have Paul Heyman become the manager of the Balor Club, just imagine. That would be pretty interesting. Who do you think is saying those messages to Kringle? I think it's Triple H, because that's what I heard the rumor is that they're planning on doing Triple H and Kringle match at SummerSlam, and I'll definitely talk more about that on a separate video, because I think that is something worth talking about. Heyman should manage Joe and tell Brock to go back to Canada. Ha! That'd be hilarious. What do you think Cena back in his economic days? I think those were honestly his best days. That was actually the only time I actually liked Cena, when he was Dr. Duckonomics. When he came with the freestyle raps and everything. I thought that was awesome. I loved it. He could definitely talk to the mic. He wasn't boring. Although his wrestling wasn't the greatest, as a character-wise, a gimmick, it was at least entertaining. I could get behind him. And he could pull off a babyface, tweener, or even a heel persona well with the gimmick. That was the best part. He could play heel or face with the gimmick, and it worked. That's what I liked about it. Where's the Balor Club? I heard rumors they're actually slowly starting to form it, and they're planning on turning Finn Balor heel very soon. So in my mind, I think it's only a matter of time. It will happen soon. It's just a matter of time of when. Go ahead and continue asking away, guys. I'll be right back. Just so. Don't worry, guys. I'm still here. Let me answer a few questions before I continue doing what else I was going to do. No, Laura. Date, marry, kiss. Okay. Bliss, JoJo, or Becky Lynch? But you have to be John Cena, friend for a year if you choose JoJo. I don't know what you mean by that last part. I'm assuming if I married JoJo, I would have to be friends with John Cena. Okay. Well, honestly, that's the case. I would marry Alexa Bliss, kiss Becky, and date JoJo. NWO Hollywood or NWO Wolfman? Oh, NWO Hollywood. Is Miz being ruined on Raw? I wouldn't say he's ruined on Raw. However, it doesn't feel the same like it was on SmackDown. I mean, there's some remnants on SmackDown of the Miz, but he's not being used to his full capability like he was on SmackDown, I would say. You going to see Spider-Man Homecoming? Yes, I am. Dave Becky, marry Alexa, kiss JoJo. Yep, Futurama, awesome sauce, read my mind. Have you seen Wonder Woman? No. And he said it was good. I heard people say it is good. I'm not a DC fan. I'm honestly not. I can't get into DC. The only DC stuff I ever liked was anything Teen Titans, Batman, Watchmen, or V for Vendetta. Those are the only things from DC I actually like. I despise Superman. Wonder Woman can't really get into Green Lantern. I can't really get into. I couldn't get into any DC stuff besides the Batman or Teen Titans stuff because everything else I find a little boring. I just couldn't get into it. I'm more of a Marvel guy. That's just me being honest. But if Wonder Woman is good, then good job there for DC for finally making a good movie. But me personally, I'm probably not ever going to see it. Worst women's wrestler ever, Eva Marie or Jackie Gana? For me, Eva Marie, because he just used WWE to become famous. I don't remember Jackie, but yeah, Eva Marie by far. Why is his biggest rival a fucking bear now? I don't know. The people from Raw are liked, or all the writers from Raw are liked former writers from the Lifetime channel. You figure it out. Thoughts of being on the WWE Network? Yeah. Honestly, when I heard about that, which now the reaction video of the Jinder Mahal different reaction is actually on the YouTube page now. I'm honestly honored, and if Noah's watching this right now, which I know he is, all credit goes to him because although I did like live reactions myself, it was his video because he also did live reactions. So all credit goes to Noah for his reactions, and all stuff goes to him. I just happened to be the guy in the actual video. But I give Noah credit for filming that. So take no credit away from Noah. It was his video. It happened to be on YouTube, so I am honored to be on the network, and it's an honor, I know, for Noah's video to be on there as well. So, is an honor, and I think it's awesome. And the fact I'm wearing a Bullet Club shirt in the process, I think is just amazing. Who was a better Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield? See, that's a tough one because both of them are flawed. I thought Tobey Maguire played the better dorkier, nerdier Spider-Man, but I thought Andrew Garfield played a better, more show-off Spider-Man. I would say Andrew, just due to the fact he didn't have that ugly crying face, and he looked more like a teenager rather than like Tobey Maguire did. And honestly, Andrew Garfield never really annoyed me as much as like Tobey Maguire, but that's me personally. I hope to God you don't mean Teen Titans Go because that show's fucking cancer. No. When I mean Teen Titans, I mean like the Teen Titans original series that I bought the entire season of. Like, no joke. I bought every freaking season on DVD. Right, I'm actually looking at them right now on my shelf. Teen Titans Go is a fucking cancer. That's an abomination. We don't talk about that. Mortal Kombat or Tekken? Ooh, I love Tekken. I'll say Mortal Kombat more, but just slightly. Because I'm actually wearing a Mortal Kombat shirt right now. I do have a few Mortal Kombat games. But I really do would like to get the new Tekken games. Since now I have a PS4, I'm definitely going to get the new Tekken game eventually. I don't know when, but I will get eventually. You know, it's been 20 years since that terrible Batman Robin movie came out. Wow, really? Yeah, I mean, that movie was definitely bad, I'm not going to lie. But wow, 2 years. Will Sammy become a main eventer anytime soon? I do see him being a main eventer, and I do see him being WWE champion, but I think it's a work in progress. I think they're trying to build him up as his underdog, which they're doing right on SmackDown. They just need to continue it and have him slowly gravitate towards the fans. Don't just like, oh, here's your world title, and here's your main event match. You know, don't do it immediately. Slowly build him up, like you did on NXT. So when the fans start getting behind him, then that's when you pull the trigger. Maybe give him a Royal Rumble win or Money in the Bank win. I would say maybe wait at least a couple of years. And then if the fans aren't behind him yet, then just wait it out. But if the fans start getting behind him, then pull the trigger. How should they have booked Roman after his hernia injury? Oh, probably just slow build. You know, don't put him immediately Royal Rumble. You know, just slowly build him. You know, they should slowly build him. And then when the fans gradually got behind him instead of being forced to, then you give him a championship match. But the problem was they started pushing too soon, and that's when fans started to decide kill. Especially as soon as the way he was being pushed and the fact he got into the Royal Rumble, everyone already knew that who was winning. And that was the downfall of Roman then. Fire him. Yeah, honestly, Roman needs to be fired at this point. Honestly, because I really don't care if he turns heel or not. Roman's officially dead to me at this point. Like, I really don't care what happens anymore. He can win another. He could become a 500-time world champion, and I'm not even gonna give a reaction because I flat am done with him at this point. It's kind of the point where I can't even enjoy anything anymore. I can't enjoy anything from him or by him. First video game you played. If you're talking about arcade, I really don't remember. If you're talking about video game like home console, not including Game Boy or Game Gear, I'll say this: my very first GameCube game I've ever played was Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Made because I'm a big Godzilla fan. So when I found out there was a Godzilla game, that's when I got the GameCube. And That was my very first video game I actually owned that was not like a handheld one. So I guess you could say Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters in Melee for GameCube. Which was better, Batman the Animated Series or Batman Beyond? Batman series by far, but Batman Beyond was one of those Batmans that I kind of ignored because I thought, oh, it's just a Batman ripoff. I never really cared for. But I actually have Batman Beyond. I have the complete series too, right next to my Batman the Animated Series. Although Batman the Animated Series that is still the best Batman by far, Batman Beyond is actually still very good in its own right. It's definitely nowhere near as good as Batman the Animated Series, but it's still good in its own right. I think it's now people are starting to find it and starting to like it and have appreciation for it now. So hell, I even came out with the Batman Beyond movie, which was Return of the Joker, which was another good MA movie. I'm going to answer one more question, then I'm just going to take a quick little break. I'm just trying to set something up right now. Do you know what is going on with TNA? They're dying. They're dying. I just want their pain and misery to just end. Just pull the fucking plug because they're literally dead at this point. They're dead. They are dead. I really don't care what happens to them at this point. Just pull the plug. It's a dying company. They can't pay their wrestlers. They're bringing these old guys that can't even wrestle like Scott fucking Steiner. They're thinking, oh, he could bring in Bucks. But if you watch their freaking video, not one person reacted. No, there were no boos, no cheers, nothing. When Scott Steiner returned, absolutely no reaction. And that you think I'm joking? I'm not even making it up. It literally felt like you were listening to just theme music. That's how it felt like. You literally felt like you were just listening to someone's theme music on YouTube with no one in the background cheering. It was dead. The crowd was 100% dead. It's sad. It's really sad. Be right back in a sec, guys. All right, guys, back. All right, let's answer some more questions here. All right, let's see, where were we? All right, let's see. Oh, should Sami Zayn win the U.S. title from KO at SummerSlam? It would make sense because they've had a few, but honestly, I think Sami and KO should take a break from their rivalry. They may come back to it a little later, maybe like another year or two before they renew it. However, I think you're on the right track. I think Sami Zayn should win the U.S. title first to kind of see how he does with the mid-card title before throwing on a world title. Sad seeing your dead mom moment. Stack shock on Orpha. Okay. Have you seen Batman Beyond? Yes, I have, and I thought that was a very good movie. Tim Drake versus Dick Grayson. No idea. Movies that made you cry. Honestly, the Go movie. I'm sorry, the ending of the movie was sad, but it was a good type of sad. It was a happy feeling. Godzilla, The Return of Godzilla, or Godzilla 1985. Again with the ending. Yeah, what are some other ones I'm trying to think of? Logan. Actually, Logan almost got me. I'm not gonna lie, Logan almost got me towards the end. Uh, I think that's all I can think of at the moment, unless I think of anything else. I'm gonna be the first autism WWE World Champion one day. Also, you're autistic. Well, dude, man, I had no idea you were. Um, well, if that is true, I wish you the best of luck in the WWE, and hope you do well. What's TNA? Total nonstop ass. How about that? Which is the most prestigious title out there? That's really debatable. Because a lot of people would say WWE Championship just due to that it's the title that's part of the most popular, more the biggest promotion in wrestling. That's the only reason I would say WWE Championship here. But some people say like the NWA heavyweight title because that's been around for a long while. A lot of people are now saying the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Now, it's more of an opinion, but it's me. I'm just going by just WWE Championship because WWE's been around for so long and it's the biggest promotion in wrestling history. So that's why I say the WWE Championship. Uh, didn't you watch TNA from 2005 to 2008? I didn't even start watching TNA until 2012. That's when I actually started expanding on wrestling because I always just watched WWE. But because of the wrestling business now, there's so much more wrestling. And TNA was the first step in expanding on the wrestling world. And I didn't watch it until 2012. But I have watched some stuff from 2005 and 2009, and there have been a lot of good pay-per-views from TNA, a lot of great matches as well. So during their time, they did have some great matches, but just now it's a joke. Any brothers and sisters? I have a sister. They're Cruiserweight mid 2000s versus TNA's X Division title mid 2000s. Who wins? Probably X Division because they took it to new heights. But that's me personally. Do you think WWE should stop doing these gimmick pay-per-views? Oh, I don't think they 100% should. The only one they should do, the only gimmick pay-per-view they should keep, no, honestly, besides Royal Rumble, is Money in the Bank. That's the only one I will accept. Everything else like TLC, Hell in a Cell, Extreme Rules, get rid of them. Hands down, get rid of those ones. Are you hyped for King Kong versus Godzilla 2020? Oh, you're damn right. I'm going to try to see it on opening night. Deadpool 2 coming not soon enough. Yeah, but it'll be coming out sometime next year. You just gotta wait a little bit longer, and then we'll all get hyped up like little fangirls. Date, marry, fuck. I guess all of them was Selena Gomez because I don't really know who the others are. I really don't. Date, Selena, marry. Okay. Thoughts on Freddy vs. Jason? Me personally, it's one of the best versus movies, and it's one of my personal favorites. Although the acting is not good at all, and the plot's pretty meh. But I like the fight scenes, and that's why I come when I watch a versus movie. It's made for the fight scenes between two different characters or two different personalities, and that's what I look forward to versus movie. And Freddy vs. Jason did a great job on it. So yeah, Freddy vs. Jason is personally one of my favorites. Do you play Stick of Truth? And we play Fractured Butthole? No, I've not played any of the South Park games, but I would like to get those games. Do you remember Gail Kim and Victoria? Yes, I do. I remember Victoria a lot more in WWE than Gail Kim. But again, I first knew Gail Kim and Victoria from TNA. And then when I did research, I found them out in WWE. So, you don't know Ariana Grande? No, it doesn't ring a bell. I really don't. Maybe if I saw the face, maybe. Halloween 5 had a good ending, and what did Halloween 6 do? Messed it up. They had the beginning of it perfect. Yeah, I can see what you kind of mean. Ever listened to Michael Jackson? Yeah, I've listened to a few songs. He's not one of my favorites. I'm not the biggest Michael Jackson fanboy or anything. He's not one. He's not one of my favorite artists. But I have a lot of respect for him and what he did for the music industry. And some of his songs are pretty catchy, like "Beat It," of course, "Thriller." So yeah, so I do have a lot of respect for him as an artist. Have you ever listened to Blink? No. Thoughts on Cult of Chucky? Oh, that must be the new Chucky movie coming out. I guess we'll see what happens with that one. Are you kidding me? She's that famous. Area again. The name doesn't ring a bell. Let me search her face up. Maybe I do know her. The face kind of looks familiar. Actually, just a quick question on that. She looks familiar. Wasn't she? Didn't she play? Wasn't she a character? Wasn't she? Okay, how about this? Was she ever on that one show at Victorious? That one Nickelodeon show? Was she? And she was the one with the red hair. That was the one with the red hair was kind of a little ditzy. Because if that's her, then yeah. Because that's what I think of when I see her. Okay, she was Victorious. Okay, I think I know. Okay. Okay, yeah, I definitely know who she is. Okay, yeah, I didn't know the name, but I knew the face kind of looked familiar. Grinch's PSA. I don't know what PSA means. Let me Halloween 4 had good and Halloween 5 just destroyed. Oh, okay, yeah, now that makes a lot more sense. That's her. Okay. Never heard of her music? No, I never heard of her music, but again, I know her now from the show Victorious, and because now I definitely know what she looks like. But no, I never heard music. Maybe I'll check it out one day. Let's see here. How long have I done this Q&A? For a while now. I guess I'll go ahead and end this video off then. I think it's a good time to end the video. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much for asking me your questions. A lot of interesting questions, a lot of final questions you gave there, and it was very fun for me to answer a lot of them, if not all of them. With that being said, a few things. I'm thinking I will be doing my bank predictions video, whether that being by myself or possibly with a few friends. I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe I'll do tomorrow or Friday. If I don't do predictions, just a predictions video, then I might include the predictions video in a different type of topic video. You know, kind of how I did the whole like Lucha Underground, and then kind of like the just random wrestling talk video I did a few weeks back, where it's just a bunch of different topics in one video. That's what I'm thinking of doing, and putting the predictions for Money in the Bank somewhere in there. And I'm thinking of doing that video in another very soon. And I will be doing a Money in the Bank live reactions. Just got off the phone with Brandon earlier today, and he does get off work early on Sunday, so he will be able to stay for the entire Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which means you might be able to see a review from him and myself. Looks like Noah will be coming over for Money in the Bank as well, and possibly Scott. We'll see what happens with that. But there will be a Money in the Bank live reactions, and there will be a Money in the Bank review, whether that being by myself. I'm hoping to get Brandon, even Noah, to stay and do a Money in the Bank review with me. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this video and sending me your questions. Take care, all my peeps, and I'll talk to you guys next time.